Hello everybody, my name is Geth and welcome to the Oblivion Daedric Artifacts tier list. Now before I start I just want to say these are all just my opinions. You're welcome to disagree with them. I'm just a random guy on on the internet. So without further ado, let's start. Starting off with Wabbajack. Now as you can see, compared to its Skyrim counterpart, it doesn't look the same. It's kind of just like a sharp stick. For me personally, it's useless. I can see why someone would want it. It's good for giggles, and you can, yeah, at like high levels where enemies get really tanky, you can transform them into an enemy which isn't leveled, which is easy to kill. So yeah, other than that, I wouldn't use this. It's not really my type of weapon. So yeah, this is gonna go in there. For me at least, it's gonna go in there. Nah. Next up is the Staff of Everscamp. Now, you might be asking me, why is this in it? Because technically, it's a Daedric artifact, and funny enough, it's also it comes from Sheragora, same as Bobjack. So, what does the Staff of Everscamp do? It continuously summons scamps. Now, outside of using this to train your skills, it's completely useless. The scamps are pathetic. They don't have the same skills as normal scamps. So yeah, this is gonna literally go in the scamp tier. It's gonna stay in the scamp tier. Yeah. So the Ogma Infinium, yeah, you get this at level 20, and you have to do all the Daedric quests. So that late in the game, it's not that useful unless you're trying to get 100 in certain skills that you just need to get high really quickly. So you got the Path of Steel, the Path of Shadow, and the Path of Spirit, which respectively increase your speed, strength, blade, blunt, heavy armor, agility, speed, light armor, security and sneak, and intelligence, willpower, concentration, destruction, and restoration. You can use this to exceed the 100 point limit, from what I'm aware of. Yeah, I'd consider this okay. It's an okay Daedric artifact. I actually think it's more useful in Oblivion. Skyrim, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's okay. Next up is the Skull of Corruption. Now, outside of glitches like duping and stuff that you can do with the Skull of, not the Skull, sorry, I mean the Staff of Worms. If you want to know what that's about, feel free to look it up. I can't be bothered to explain it here. But yeah, outside of that, it summons a clone. I'm not too sure if the clone is 100% identical to the person you use this staff on. So, I don't think you can make Mankar Cameron fight an exact copy of Mankar Cameron. But yeah, for me, it's just kind of meh. Outside of glitches, it's not really my thing. Next up is Volendrung. I'm pretty sure it's drain health and paralyze. 5 seconds paralyzed is nothing to laugh at. Even though this is a very heavy weapon, and I know why people don't really like it. And blunt in general in Oblivion's not great because there's no weapons in blunt that exceed like Umbra's level of damage. I'm pretty sure maybe Madness or Maces can get that high. They got perfect Madness or Mace, but yeah, I personally think it's great. Paralyze is always a really good effect to have in Oblivion, especially if you're not lowering the difficulty and you like really tanky enemies and you like pain and suffering. So yeah, for me, Volendron's gonna be great. Next up is Umbra. It doesn't need any introduction. I'm pretty sure it's still the highest base damage sword in Oblivion, and everyone likes it, so it's gonna go in best. I personally think it might be better you getting this weapon without completing the Clavicus Vile quest, because then you can get the damage without it weighing anything, which is really good. Um, but if you get it normally, it comes with a Soul Trap enchantment, which is good. There's nothing wrong with a Soul Trap enchantment. It's not really something I look for personally. I'd rather it do a magical effect other than Soul Trap. But yeah, I, I know why people like it. I know why I like it. It's gonna go in best for a good reason. Yeah. Next up is the Skeleton Key, and it's going to go in best, and I think we all know why. It's a never breaking lockpick, and it increases your security points by like 20, I think it is, maybe. Yeah, but it's just great all around. There's nothing wrong with it. Savior's Hide. Yeah, 25% resist magic, which is good, I guess. If you're a Breton, it's great because then you're just like a few points away from being able to get 100% resist magic, which is fantastic. And you can easily do that with a ring, um, or something else. But like, yeah, it's I can see why people like it. I don't personally like it very much because uh, I just exploit to get the grey aegis if I really want magic resistance. But I can see why people like it. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in okay. I'm gonna put it in okay. Next up is the Sanguine Rose. Now, unlike Oblivion, where Skyrim, I apologise. Unlike Skyrim, this summons any type of Daedra. I'm pretty sure. Unlike Skyrim, which you can just summon Dramoras. Yeah, you can summon any type of Daedra, but also they have the chance to turn on you. I'm not sure if it's guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that there is a chance for them to turn on you. So yeah, you want to take that into consideration when you're using this. Honestly, I think this is trash. I'm gonna be completely honest. I've always thought the start of the Sanguine Rose is trash. So this is gonna go in scam tier. That might annoy people, but for me, this is just like an item I won't use. I think it's actual garbage personally. So yeah. The Ring of Namira, reflect damage and reflect spell. I'm pretty sure they're 13% and 12% respectively. But yeah, you could tie this with some more armor that reflects spells and damage, and you can just become really OP. If you get 100% reflect damage, yeah, you won't even have to attack people. It's just gonna be great. In fact, any enchantment that reflects spells and damage is fantastic. So I'm gonna put this in great. Uh, yeah, it's just like it's an effect you want. The Mace of Molag Bal. Now, unlike Skyrim, where it's like really OP, in this it's kind of OP, at least base damage wise. The absorb strength effect on this doesn't work. The unofficial patch fixes it, but it doesn't work. Other than that, it drains Magicka for 5 points on hit, which is kind of pathetic, to be honest with you. Even as a mage killer, 5 points? What the hell? Yeah, it's for me at least, it's kind of meh. If you're a blunt build, yeah, sure, I guess. But for me, nah, no, no. Especially with that broken enchantment. It reminds me of that Fallout New Vegas perk, which is just doesn't work. Kind of. That's kind of what it reminds me of. But yeah, moving on. The Grey Cow of Nocturnal makes every guard hate you. Gives you detect life for 120 feet and 200 points of feather. The detect life and 200 and the detect life and the feather. That's really good. You can use this in the Shivering Isles without any guards coming after you, so it might be better in the Shivering Isles, especially if you're going on huge loot runs. But yeah, I can see this being useful for a stealth build, but not for any other type of build really. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Azura's Star. I don't think it needs introduction. It's a never breaking soul gem. You can tie this with Umbra and have enchantments all day long. Refill all of your enchanted items whenever you want. Yeah, I think it's great. Uh, 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 it's a, it's great. Yeah, it's never breaking soul gem. That's that's about it. Spellbreaker. I'm pretty sure it's 25 points of reflect spell, which is good. Um, it gets outshined later defense wise by a lot of other shields, but I think it's good. Reflect spell. You can tie it to the ring in the mirror. And you could get a good Daedric build going, especially if you tie it with something like Save His Hide. So yeah, I think this is great. Reflect spell is always good. As I said before, any reflect, anything is great. But yeah, Goldbrand, good base damage. I'm pretty sure it's identical to Mason Bell, base damage wise, and 22 points of fire damage, which is nothing to scoff at. I think Goldbrand looks sick as well. It's just one of the weapons that looks great. It's very heavy though. 52 points of weight. That's quite heavy. Yeah, I think this probably goes in the best along with Umbra. Um, People might disagree with that, but I love Goldbrand. The Ebony Blade. Now, absorb health 8 points and silence for 10 seconds. Silence is really good. Uh, yeah, it has less base damage than Goldbrand, and it's a slightly bit more lighter, but yeah. It's good. It's great. Absorb health and silence are really cool. You can use it as a mage killer essentially. Yeah, I think it belongs in great. It looks cool. It's one of those katana looking weapons which people like. So yeah, the Mask of Clavicus Vile. Why get this when you can get Umbra? Personality is a wasted stat in Oblivion. What are you doing with it? Are you trying to get a higher point point ratio on fucking illusion? What are you doing? It also looks really dumb. Uh, yeah, I guess you could wear it for the armor, but I think it looks dumb. And 20 points of personality is trash. Well, it's not trash point wise. 20 points is really big, good, but like, yeah, this is gonna for me. This is gonna go in scam. Meh. It's meh for me. The Ring of Khajiit. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. 35% chameleon and 10% fortified speed. Yeah, chameleon's really good. 35% is nothing to scoff at. You could definitely get some more equipment and get yourself to 100 chameleons so you can punch a guard and they won't care. 10 points of speed, also pretty good. This is more catered towards another, like a stealth build. It's not really my thing. I can understand it's why people might like it, so I'm going to put it in okay. Next up, Mehrunes Razor. Very high base damage for a dagger. Disintegrate armor, 15 points for 7 seconds, and the special effect Daedric Banishing, which gives you the chance to insta-kill someone. Now, interestingly, Daedric Banishing depends on your luck. So if you have 100 luck, does that mean you can one-tap people whenever? I'm not too sure. If there's an equation, I'll post it right here. But yeah, I don't really know. So for me, at least, this is okay. And yeah, it's not a weapon I would use, but I can see why people would like it. And last but not least is the Sword of Jiggalag. Once again, this is a Daedric weapon. So if you're curious about why it's in this, it's because it's a Daedric weapon. It's I'm gonna be honest. Why would you use this? It's pretty heavy. Uh, I used to maybe I've got like, this weird Mandela effect going on, but I swear this used to have a lightning enchantment, but it don't. It's enchantmentless. You can find it at the end of the Shivering Isles DLC, behind the Shagoroth um throne. But yeah, for me at least, this ain't great. I'd actually put it in scamp tier. It's just like why use this when you can use this? But yeah, and that was the Daedric Artifacts tier list. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave a like and maybe subscribe if you feel so inclined. I think that's all of the artifacts. I'm almost certain it is. If I missed any, please let me know in the comments. Once again, this is all just my opinion. It's for fun, so don't get too angry if you really like the Staff of Sanguine for some reason. Sanguine Rose, sorry. But like they all have their uses, but like I think like these three arguably are the most useful if I had to pick some. But yeah, thank you very much. This is Geth. Thank you for watching.